Another big story playing out today in court. We actually heard Casey Anthony speak for the first time in a long time.
You saw the hearing live this morning on Fox 35. The issue, whether Casey's defense team is getting some kind of shady payment to represent Casey. Fox 35's Holly Bristow reports from the courtroom.
There's a minefield in the path of this case. It's in the distance.
Assistant State Attorney Jeff Ashton explained to the judge why he filed the motion that led to today's hearing, to determine a potential conflict of interest between Casey Anthony and her attorney, Jose Baez. Put simply, the state attorney's office wants the defense to spell out how Casey Anthony is paying her attorneys and all her high-profile defense experts.
We simply want this on the record now so that 5 years from now, we aren't coming back on this case with the potential of having to retry it.
Baez accused the state of having an ulterior motive, of wanting to look inside his defense strategy.
We're on a very thin line of Sixth Amendment interference and due process interference as well.
The judge asked Baez a few questions in open court, then, under oath,
Tell me your name, please.
Casey Marie Anthony.
Asked Casey Anthony a few questions about her agreement with her attorney.
You say the retainer agreement does not contain any clauses or parts that allow or entitle him to any rights that would allow him to sell my story or that of my daughter, Kaylee Marie Anthony. Is that true?
Yes.
After a few more questions, the judge, prosecutors, and the defense had a closed-door meeting where Baez and Casey Anthony explained their financial agreement. Afterwards,
I'm convinced that as we sit here today, no conflict exists. She is as well.
Holly Bristow, Fox 35 News at 10.
But this just would not be the Casey Anthony story without some kind of an oddball sideshow. Case in point, what happened in court today after a closed-door meeting with the judge. Jose Baez asked the judge to remind everyone to keep the subject a secret.
I shouldn't have to remind you.
We don't need to be reminded of our ethical obligations, and that's pretty... I'm sorry. Yes, we understand.
Thank you. All right. That's it.
No, I'm not.
Ouch. If you missed it, that was Baez smirking and asking the prosecutor if he was all right. After that outburst there, the judge says he's tired of the bickering between both sides. One of the private eyes who used to work for Casey Anthony's parents could be looking at contempt charges, all because he didn't show up to spill what he knows about Casey's nanny story. A woman named Zenaida Gonzalez is suing Casey. She says her reputation is ruined because of this mess.